Hi everybody, Megan Bullington here. I shared a breakfast the other day in my VIP group that I eat pretty much every day right now. I'm kind of addicted to it. It's a bacon and butternut squash hash. It is so good. I asked you guys if you wanted the recipe. The consensus seemed to be yes. So I thought I would share with you how to make this. It's really easy to make. Just a few ingredients. So I'm gonna walk you through how to do it. We're gonna need 4 things. We're gonna need 1 cup of kale. We need 2 cups of butternut squash, but I actually am going to cut the whole butternut squash because I think probably most people have no idea what to do with this. Then we need a 1/4 onion, 3 pieces of bacon. I like to top mine with avocado. You can or cannot do that. And then I do use salt also. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat my Rockcrok to medium heat over medium heat. Typically you wouldn't want to let your Rockcrok just sit heating up. You want to put some oil in it, but I'm going to go ahead and chop up my bacon and throw it in here because that's going to render the fat that we need. So I've got my 3 pieces of bacon and I'm just going to chop it up with my meat scissors. Get that going. Okay, while the bacon's starting to cook, we're gonna go ahead and work on our onion. Now I've got a 1/4 onion, I've already got it peeled and chopped up. And I'm actually gonna throw it in my manual food processor. You can dice it finely if you prefer to do that. But this just takes a second and it cuts down on tears. Okay, now I'm gonna pull my blade out and I'm gonna leave this in here for just a second. Now, we're still waiting for our bacon to cook for about 3 or 4 minutes before we add our onion. I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through how to cut a butternut squash. You only need 2 cups of butternut squash for this, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to cut the whole thing just so you know what to do with it. Go ahead and get a good chef's knife and start chopping, cutting off slices of your squash. Now, when you get down to the bottom part of the butternut squash, you have seeds inside, and you might be tempted to throw it out, but you would really be wasting a lot, and it's not necessary. So I'm going to show you what to do with that. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut it in half. You see all those seeds? I'm going to take the scoop loop, and we're going to scoop those out. Okay, now you just take your knife and cut the rest of the squash. Now I'm going to take my paring knife and I'm going to peel the peels off of the butternut squash. So you guys hear that bacon going? It smells so good in here. I'm going to go ahead and set aside my 2 cups of butternut squash that I need for this recipe. See how much squash you would have missed out on if you had thrown that end away because of the seeds? If you can hear, our bacon is really sizzling, so we're going to go ahead and add the onions and get them to start caramelizing. So I'm going to cook them for about 3 or 4 minutes with the bacon and bacon fat before I add the butternut squash. I already had my 2 cups, that was just from the end. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 cups of butternut squash to my bacon and onion. Right now I'm going to cover it for about 5 minutes. I will stir it about 1 time in between, but this will help the butternut squash cook through. I told you, I stir this about 1 time in between that 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and stir it. That's what it looks like. Doesn't it look good? Cover it for a couple more minutes. The way you're going to know that it's been long enough that you've covered and cooked your butternut squash is that it's starting to get soft. Okay, if you can see, my butternut squash is starting to brown a little bit, and it's softer. I can poke it some. So now I'm going to add my 1 cup of kale. I'm also going to add about half a teaspoon of sea salt. Stir all this together and let it cook just a couple more minutes. Okay guys, it's done and it looks and smells amazing. You show you guys. Go ahead and get it on the plate. You certainly don't have to, but I love to top mine with avocado. Now, you could probably have 2 servings with this, unless you are like me and you eat it all and you don't share with anyone. And you can judge me for that, but you haven't tried this yet. So after you try this, then you let me know if you shared with anybody else. One more quick tip. When you use your Rockcrok, as soon as you turn it off, go ahead and take it over to the sink and fill it up with some hot water and let it soak. It'll be a whole lot easier to clean later on. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Bye.